Hello, government students. Today we are going to introduce the legislative branch of the United States Constitution. The legislative branch is covered in Article 1. And to start off with the legislative branch, what I want you to do is get out your notes. And in your notes, covering about 1/3 of a sheet of paper, I would like you to draw a big box like you see here on your screen. Again, the box should cover about 1/3 of a piece of your notebook paper. Once you have that box drawn, what we're going to do next is divide that box into 3 columns and 6 rows. And the columns should all be roughly equal in width, and the rows should all be roughly equal in height. So we have 3 columns and 6 rows. Once you've done that, we're going to start filling in the little boxes now that you have within the big box. So to start off with, and I've changed the format here a tad, but in the middle column at the top, you're going to write in House, okay, as in House of Representatives. And in the right column in the top row, you're going to write Senate. And then we're going to leave the little box in the upper left blank, and beginning in the second row, we're going to write in the number of members, term, minimum age, etc. So go ahead and fill in the boxes as you see here on your screen. And once you've done that, we're going to start filling in the rest of these boxes. We're going to begin with number of members. So in the House of Representatives, we have 435 members. And in the Senate, we have 100 members. That is, there are 100 senators in the Congress, and there are 435 members of the House of Representatives. Now, the House of Representatives, each state is assigned a particular number of representatives based on the population of the state. Every state has at least 1 member of the House of Representatives, and the state with the most members in the House of Representatives, of course, is our largest state by population, which is California. And as of the 2010 census, California, I believe, had 53 members in the House. With the 2020 census, I believe that might be changing. They may be losing a member of the House. I'm not 100% sure of that yet. In the Senate, of course, we have 2 senators per state. So with 50 states, we have 100 senators. Next up is the term of office. In the House of Representatives, every member of the House will serve a 2-year term. And in the Senate, the senators serve 6-year terms. Now, of course, you can run for re-election. There is no term limit. So we have people who have served for, 20, 30, even up to perhaps 40 years in the House of Representatives if they get re-elected every 2 years, and the same in the Senate. You can serve for a long, long time in the Senate. Next up, we're going to look at the minimum age to serve in the Senate and the House. So in the House, you must be at least 25 years old, and in the Senate, you must be at least 30 years old. Next up is Citizenship Requirement. In the House, you must have been a United States citizen for at least 7 years. And in the Senate, you must have been a United States citizen for at least 9 years. So you could be born in another country and not an American citizen, but then if you do move to the United States and you become a naturalized U.S. citizen, after those 7 or 9 years, you would be able to serve in the United States Congress in either the House or the Senate. Next up, we're going to look at the residency requirement. This means where you must live in order to serve in the House or the Senate. And basically, the requirement is the same. In the House of Representatives, you simply have to live in the state that you represent, and in the Senate, you must also live in the state that you represent. The House of Representatives is kind of interesting in this regard. The Constitution doesn't require you to live in the particular House district that you represent. So, for example, as of the 2020 census, Illinois will have 17 seats in the House of Representatives. You don't have to live in the actual district that you represent. You don't have to live in the one of those 17 districts that you represent. You could live anywhere in the state. So someone could, according to the U.S. Constitution, represent Rockford in the House of Representatives and yet live down in far south Illinois. Doesn't matter. Now, states might pass laws that say that a representative must live in the district that they represent, but the United States Constitution does not have any such requirement. And of course, in the Senate side, senators represent the entire state. So there it's a non-issue. You just have to live in the state that you represent. So this is the introduction to the Congress, the legislative branch, some important distinctions between the House and the Senate. And with this, then, I will close this presentation. You do have an assignment today, so go ahead and go to Canvas and work on the assignment that you'll find there. Have a great day.